Hello and welcome to the session on how to simulate IFRS 16 lease inception using Hamilton engine by Cognitus. My name is Zati and I am an IFRS 16 subject matter expert part of Hamilton team Lease Accounting. So let's get started. Today we are going to reviewing from the illustrative example of IFRS 16 lease inception where the lease commencement date was in the past before the initial application date 1st January 2019. A lessee has taken for a fixed rental of 1,000 currency unit per month payable at the beginning of each month. The lease commenced on 1st January 2016. The non-cancelable period for the lease is 8 years, extendable option available for the next 2 years. And then the entity adopts IFRS 16 using a modified retrospective approach with a date of initial application of 1st January 2019. At that date, the entity is not reasonably certain to exercise the renewal option. The incremental borrowing rate is 5% per annum at this date. Therefore, the entity calculates its lease liability at 1st January 2019 based on the lease payment over the remaining lease term at 1,000 currency unit per month, as discounted at incremental borrowing rate at that date of 5%, and the entity measured right of use asset retrospectively using transition discount rate of 5% per year. In the above example, as you can see, the entity has opted to use modified retrospective approach, alternative 1, where its carrying amount of if IFRS 16 had always been applied since the commencement date, but using a discount rate based on the lessee incremental borrowing rate at date of initial application, which is 5% per year. In this example also, the beginning balance of lease liability is 53,350.32 currency unit and the opening balance of right of use asset is 49,777.20 currency unit, and impact to retain the earning is 3,573.12 at 1st January 2019. So now let's begin to simulate the lease contract in Hamilton engine. But first, in order to create or simulate a lease contract, all data must be loaded using specific Excel format. These are the important details that we need to understand where filled in the Excel. The first column, use case ID, is an identifier for the lease contract. And for this case, we're going to use code LU01. For classification and variant is a category or grouping for the lease. Lease agreement ID is a unique number of the lease contract. Lease ID is a lease type which is typed with the variant. For this case, we are going to use office rental. Reference is just a serial tagging. Start date is a commencement date of the lease contract, which is 1st January 2016 to 31st December 2025. The payment method for this case, we are going to use advance method, which is payable at the beginning of the month, and the payment cycles in monthly. Non-cancelable for this contract is 96 months, which is 8 years. And the pricing date, for any use case, the pricing can be the same or split based on the tip price. So for this example, we're going to make it very simple, where the contract start date and pricing date is the same, which is 1st January 2016 until 31st December 2025 for monthly payment of 1,000 and the incremental borrowing rate of 5% per annum. After we fill in the Excel, now we are ready to upload the file in the engine and create a contract. Now, go to your SAP and run tcode/cogn/16pc_raw_excel and browse the Excel file that we just filled in just now. and execute to create the contract. So now the contract is created. Let's see the contract number using T-code /COGN/16TC_LCD. On the bar at the top of the screen, you can specify any number. For example, if we specify 5 and press enter, you will see the last 5 contract created in Hamilton. And to view the detail relating to the contract, choose our contract, which is the last one, and click on Lease Schedule. From this screen, you can see the detail has 2 parts. At the top, you have Lease Schedule header, which contains all the information of the lease contract. And the bottom, we have a lease schedule detail for the entire month of the lease contract. At the lease schedule header, you can see the contract number which has been generated within SAP at the creation of the contract. So let's move on with the lease schedule detail. As you can see, the payment for the entire month of the individual lease contract, and it has 2 parts, balance sheet with the type SFP and the P&L with the type SPL. As all of you know, balance sheet portion shows that the amount should be of 0 at the end of the contract. Additionally, for each contract, balance sheet and P&L must be the same. So let's see the journal for the contract period based on the commencement date 1st January 2016. The lease rental is 1,000 per month, so the total of the lease liability is 95,000 for 96 months, as it is payable at the beginning of the contract. The total of the right of use asset is 79,643.49 at the commencement date, and the asset will be depreciated by 829.61 based on the straight line method every month. And the interest in suspense is recorded altogether with the amount of 16,036.11, and it will be charged to P&L account every month. However, to view the balance posted at the date of application 1st January 2019, we can just go at the top of the screen and switch it into posting period. Here you will see the beginning balance of the lease liability minus interest is 53,350.32, and the opening balance of the right of use asset minus depreciation is 49,777.20, and the impact retained earning is 3,573.12. So if we go back at the presentation slide, you can see that the balance coming are calculated correctly. So the simulation showed that Hamilton engine is the only IFRS solution which support both IFRS 15 and IFRS 16 and accurately calculate the number according to those IFRS requirements. So I think this is the end of our video, and let me know if you have any question regarding to this. So don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel. Thank you, and thank you for watching.